Hey, what's up guys? I just thought I'd show you this one. As you can see, I've recently I've got the Kronstadt. Recently bought it, been playing it for about a week now. And can I just say, it is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. It fits my play style perfectly. There's times in it I just go, this. It's just an unbelievable ship. It really is. I did get quite a lot of free XP that I've been saving up. I think I was about 1.1 million maybe, and I was actually waiting for the Alaska to come out. But unfortunately, it's not come out yet. So I thought, you know what? I've waited 2 months and it still hasn't come out yet. Hopefully, it'll come out soon. But for the meantime, I just thought I'd buy the Kronstadt. A bit of advice: if these tier 9 premium ships that they're bringing out, I would snap them up when you can. You know, I've heard I don't think they're going to be on sale or anything like that. So as soon as you can get them, you know, I would strongly suggest that you get them. One biggest thing what I regret is actually not getting the Musashi, the Missouri. I wish I'd got that. So yeah, so one kind of slipped through the net, you know, that I wanted. I have got the Musashi, but I did buy that with coal through the Arsenal. I saved up a lot of coal and used my coupon to actually get it. But this Grandstad, I did actually get it with free XP, and I'm trying to build my free XP back up, ready for the Alaska to come out. So yeah, so let's get cracking on. This is the Kronstadt. It's absolutely fantastic ship. I really do like it. You know, the armor layout. I'm not going to go too much into the armor layout, but you know, the armor belt there is 230. Which, let's put that into context. The rune, which is still a tanky ship, has got 100. Right? It is an absolute beast when it comes to taking damage. There's times I'm doing nearly 2 million, right, potential damage in this. I'm doing like consistent. I'm doing 1.8, 1.9, you know, 1.5, you know, is a bit of a bad game really for me. You know, I like to go in there, I like to bully caps, you know, it can take a lot of punishment. I've had it where I've had 5 or 6 ships shooting at me, I've been in a cap, I've managed to turn round and then back out again and I'm still alive. Honestly, it is just so good. So anyway, let's get on. So I'm not going to go into the survivability yet because it's kind of misleading. It's going to be misleading if I show you that. But the artillery, you've got 3 times 3, which at 305 mils. Your secondaries aren't anything really to shout about. It is primarily just for your main batteries. Your AA isn't great at all. Right? If you are going to get this, find a ship with good AA, i.e. a US cruiser or something, and then stick with them if there's a carrier about. Me personally, I don't really come up against that many carriers. It kind of comes in like at the weekend really, but during the week you're fine really. You might pick 1 or 2, but it's not really worth going doing an AA build on it. As for the manoeuvrability, I've got a maximum speed of 33.5 if you put a flag on it. I think it goes to about 35.1, I think, something like that. In fact, let's check. I'll show you. Put a flag on. Mount. Yeah, 33, oh no, 35.2 with a speed flag, which is pretty good, you know, pretty quick. You know, you can get around the map. You know, you can kite away from the battleships and things like that. Concealment is down to 12.4, which is pretty good. That's like Hindenburg, really. Hindenburg detection there. So that's it for that. I've briefly gone through that. I will come back to the survivability on it. But your main things are your guns on this. It's like I said, it hasn't got good AA. You know, it's a trade-off, but you have got 305 millimeter guns on it. So let's get cracking on to the consumables. Consumables, right? Premium everything, right? If you can afford it, which you will be able to on this, with the credit flags and the credit camo that I sometimes put on here, I'm easily hitting 1,000,000 credits a battle, which is just unbelievable. I'm coming out with 1,000,000. That's not my top line. That is, I am coming out after everything that I spend. I'm coming out with about 1,000,000. It's just a phenomenal shit. It's not as good as Missouri, admittedly, but then again, nothing is. But I find it a really, really good ship to actually earn credits with as well. So we'll go on to the upgrades. Now, I have said before that when you play World of Warships and you do builds, you do the build that does your play style, that works for your play style. This build works for my play style. Now my play style might be a tiny bit different than yours, right? And sometimes some of these won't work. You do the build what works for you. This works for me. And this is my play style. This is, how I like my ship. It's just personal choice really, isn't it? So let's get cracking on. So obviously the first one is main armament mod 1. There's a lot of benefits to that. Really don't see any point in going auxiliary, with your AA, because you haven't really got any. And the magazine, I've never been detonated in this at all. In fact, I don't think I've had my rudder or my steering gears or anything knocked out in this. So that's a no-brainer, that. Main armaments, your guns are your main things that you want to use, keep them alive for as long as you can. Now then, the second one, I would strongly recommend you go surveillance mod 1, just to do the action time of your radar to 20%. If you haven't got one, then I would go possibly damage control. Like I said, your propulsion and your steering, for me, doesn't get knocked out. I don't think I've had it once yet, where I've actually got it knocked out, touch wood. I might have jinxed myself there now. So yeah, so the second slot, I went surveillance radar mod 1, just for the action time of the radar. And then on the third slot, I went aiming systems mod 1. Now, without it, I just find that the dispersion is a little bit lackluster, I must admit, on it. With it, I am hitting destroyers from about 17 kilometres away. I hit a Haberos from 16 kilometres away. Admittedly, I had to do, I think it was about, I had to weigh him pretty much off my screen. But I did manage to get a shell on him. So yeah, so I would recommend you go aiming systems mod 1 just for the dispersion on it. If you are squadding up with a carrier, obviously go AA guns. You're going to need them if you are squadding up with a carrier. But me personally, I would go aiming systems mod 1. The next one is steering gears, right? It's a pretty good shout if you go for damage control system mod 2, especially if you've got damage control mod 1. But me personally, I like to go steering gears, only because I like to kind of push into caps and things like that, and I want to try and get my steering gears going, a little bit quicker. Or my rudder, maybe, manoeuvre a little bit quicker, dodge some of them torps that are coming. Propulsion only works really if you're standing still. That I won't really bother with that. But for me, steering gears, fine. And on this one, on second to the last one, is I've gone concealment, get it down to 12.4. 12.4 kilometres for this is actually really good. I'm not too sure about the Mosfer, although I could actually check. What's the Mosfers? I haven't got the Donskoy, I did actually sell it because I bought this. But concealment for that is 13.8. So yeah, so it's a bit more stealthier than the Mosfer. And on the last one is main battery mod 3. I want my guns to shoot as quickly as they can, which is at 16.3, which I think the Otago is about 16. So if you used to like playing the Otago, or you played the Otago, or something like that, it's pretty much the same rate as what they shoot at. But I think the dispersion, because I've got the dispersion down, maximum dispersion is 225 meters, which is fine. I have found that 1 in every 5 salvos might get you like really bad dispersion, or possibly 1 in 4 maybe. But the reload time, get your reload time down. You know, get them shells out there. Your traverse speed is lowered, but I've compensated for that, and I will show you now. Right, captain skills. Now, as you can see, I've got Alexander Ovechkin in, which I think I got him from a mission. I think I did. And he was a 10-point captain, but because I've been playing it, I've actually managed to put him on a 14. I did put some Elite Commander XP just to like buff him up a little bit, because I think he kind of needed it. Especially when you're going into tier 10s and people have got 19-point captains, and I'm going in there with a 10-point captain. But I thought I'd just spend some, and what I've done is I've put him in only because of these. I was just trying it out, and it actually works quite well. So in order, what I did was I went priority target, I went expert marksman, then I went survivability expert, then I went concealment. Now with expert marksman, your traverse speed for the caliber is plus 1 second instead of the usual what are we, 0.7, right? So you're getting a tiny bit more, you know, of gun turret rotation, which kind of compensates for the reload time a little bit. They are fine. The turret traverse is actually quite good. It is very, very workable. So for 180 degree turn time, it's 33.1 seconds, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. You know, I've had no troubles with it. When I turn the ship, because it is quite a big ship, when you turn your ship, your guns will track and follow the target. Obviously, if it's about 6 kilometres, it won't. I don't think. You know, I try not to get DDs that close to me, unless they, you know, surprise me. And the survivability expert. Now, the survivability. This is why I left it. The base survivability, I think, is about 71,100. But because I've got Alexander Ovechkin in it, it's given me plus 400% per tier, not 350, because it's tier 9, right? So I'm actually getting like the tier 10, but in a tier 9. So my hit points are 74,650, which is massive. It is absolutely massive. Let's check out maybe, I don't know, Hindenburg, that's tier 10. That's 55. Right? Rune, equal tier, that's 49. You have got a massive health pool on this. So yeah, so that is why I went survivability expert. And obviously concealment expert, get your concealment down, use your radar, let them get a little bit closer, pop your radar, then you can kill them. The thing what I have found though with the radar is you only get about 2, possibly 3 shots on a DD or on people in your radar range. It's something to actually think about. If you are going to use your radar, make sure obviously your guns are loaded. Make sure you know roughly where they are, so when you pop your radar you're not trying to swing your guns around, and you have to try and minimise, you know, the time that you're not shooting. And then what I did was, after them, I went demolition expert. Now I went demolition expert only because if you're shooting at somebody and they start angling, right, you're not going to get all the penetration damage off them. So you just switch to HE and set fire to them. Your AP is very good, and I mean very, very good on this ship, to a point where I was citadelling Montanas, I'm citadelling Musashis. I had a game the other day, citadelled a Musashi. I got 3 citadels on him, and I took him down from about 35,000 and I was about 6 kilometres away from him, and I just absolutely just blapped him. The AP on it is amazing. Another story, a Mogami that was 9 kilometres away. He was broadside, he did go broadside to me, and I just absolutely annihilated him with my guns. I just shot all my guns and he just disappeared. It was literally devastating. So yeah, so the AP shells are really good on these. Um, and then what I found was I was switching ammo a lot between HE and AP, right? And so what I did was I went for expert loader, right? Now, for me, expert loader is a must, just due to my play style. If you are going to shoot from longer ranges than what I do, then not really too sure you're going to need it because you'll have the time to switch ammo anyway. But I do find that expert loader does come in really handy. And as you can see, that's my 14-point captain for the Alexander Ovechkin. Or as people I've heard on Reddit, somebody told me, people are calling him Oven Chicken, which I thought was actually quite funny. My other points, what I'll possibly do is, oh geez, is possibly, I possibly go superintendent. You know, get an extra radar, extra heal, extra defensive fire, and then adrenaline rush. Or I might even go adrenaline rush first. Only because of my play style, I do take quite a lot of damage. As you know, as I said, it's easy getting 1.5 million potential damage. People do like targeting you. A, because you're a premium ship, and B, possibly because you're in a Kronstadt as well. So that is my build really. So I do hope it's given you something to think about. I hope it's helped you out as well. Hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Promise you I will get back to you, and I really do hope that you've enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.